In today's video, we are diving into the exciting world of cryptocurrencies and exploring the latest developments in the crypto space. From new regulations to the latest technologies, there's plenty to cover. So let's get started. You are watching the Financial Metaverse. Before we dive into the latest developments, let's quickly recap on the current state of the crypto industry. Despite the recent volatility, cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to gain traction and mainstream adoption and attention. The crypto industry has grown significantly, currently standing at over $1 trillion in market capitalization, despite the volatility and the FUD. And more institutional players are entering the space. So first up, let's discuss the regulatory landscape. Governments around the world are starting to establish frameworks for cryptocurrencies. This is because blockchain technology, which is the underlying technology that powers cryptocurrencies, can potentially boost numerous industries' productivity, security, and transparency, reducing costs and enhancing customer experiences. Therefore, a number of countries are investing in developing and using blockchain technology to address many societal and economic needs. As you may well know, El Salvador, a small country in Central America, emerged as the pioneer in adopting blockchain technology by being the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Through this law, the government of El Salvador aimed to prioritize financial inclusion in the country, where it has 70% of the adult population who do not have a bank account, believe it or not. The acceptance of Bitcoin as legal tender, and with El Salvador being a blockchain and crypto-friendly country, has attracted a lot of international investment into that country. There are a number of other countries who have followed El Salvador's example by creating a favorable environment for blockchain and cryptocurrency adoption, such as Portugal, Singapore, Malta, the United Arab Emirates, and the Central African Republic, which has adopted Bitcoin just like El Salvador as legal tender. On the other hand, we know that the Securities Exchange Commission in the US, otherwise known as the SEC, has cracked down heavily on many of the major cryptocurrency exchanges, such as Coinbase and Binance. Furthermore, we know that the litigation between Ripple and the SEC continues, with litigation hopefully concluding before the end of this year. But as things stand at the moment, it looks like the odds are in favor of Ripple winning the lawsuit. This will create a lot more certainty and clarity for regulators in how they regulate the cryptocurrency industries, particularly in the USA. And regulation is a good thing for the crypto industry. Although the crypto industry aims to revolutionize the financial services system, regulation is important for the protection of consumers who may not have enough information to be able to invest confidently in digital assets. Next up, let's talk about the growth of non-fungible tokens, otherwise known as NFTs. NFTs have taken the arts and collectibles world by storm, with multi-million-dollar sales making headlines. Artists, musicians, and creators are leveraging NFTs in order to monetize their works, revolutionizing the way we perceive ownership in the digital realm. Moving on, let's explore the exciting developments in the decentralized finance space, or DeFi. DeFi platforms have gained significant traction, offering various financial services such as lending, borrowing, and yield farming, all without intermediaries. We've seen the rise of decentralized exchanges such as PancakeSwap and Uniswap, and lending protocols like AAVE, which are challenging the traditional financial services industry. Another exciting development is in the exploration of central bank digital currencies, otherwise known as CBDCs. Central banks worldwide are researching and piloting the use of their digital currencies. As I speak to you right now, no less than 65 countries are at an advanced stage of developing their central bank digital currencies. And over 20 central banks have actually launched their pilots, including countries like Brazil, Japan, and Russia. The introduction of CBDCs aims to enhance financial inclusion and reduce the friction within the financial system. This could have far-reaching implications for the traditional financial services system. Scalability has been another major challenge for cryptocurrencies. But now, Layer 2 scaling solutions are gaining momentum. Layer 2 solutions like Polygon and Optimism are addressing the network congestion and high transaction fees that are associated with popular blockchains such as Ethereum. These solutions aim to make cryptocurrencies faster, cheaper, and more accessible for everyday transactions. Environmental concerns around cryptocurrencies have also been on the spotlight. Investors and industry leaders are increasingly focusing on sustainability. In response, several projects are exploring more eco-friendly consensus mechanisms such as proof of stake as opposed to the more energy-consuming proof of work. As I wrap up, let's take a look for a moment on the future outlook of the crypto industry. As I said earlier, we know that the current market capitalization stands at over $1 trillion. There's a lot of institutional investors that have adopted Bitcoin in particular. A number of publicly listed companies within the US are holding Bitcoin in significant quantities within their balance sheets, with MicroStrategy being the leader, currently holding over 129,000 Bitcoin within their balance sheets. Many other companies are following suit because they understand and appreciate the value that cryptocurrencies offer as a store of value and later on as a means of exchange, of which countries like El Salvador have started utilizing cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin as a means of exchange, and the Central African Republic has followed suit. A number of other countries will follow suit because what we are currently witnessing in a number of developing nations such as Venezuela, Argentina, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe is what is known as currency collapse, where the local currencies are losing value at astronomical levels. And these countries have no other alternative but to find a means of exchange that can be globally accepted without being tied to any particular jurisdiction, such as the US dollar, which is tied to the USA. Therefore, blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in particular are finding practical expression in many developing nations where populations are enormous. And therefore, as adoption becomes more mainstream, the value of cryptocurrency looks set to grow as it has been growing since its introduction with Bitcoin in 2008. However, challenges are obviously going to be there with any new technology that is still in its adoption phase. So as regulatory clarity begins to take shape and form, we are certainly going to gain more confidence into this exciting industry. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you found value, please make sure to like the video and comment below, letting me know what you enjoy most and maybe some questions or comments that you may have around cryptocurrency and the latest developments. And more importantly, please subscribe if you haven't done so and hit that notification bell. And I will recommend you watch these videos. Physical. Okay, in a person. Physical.
Frisian.
Physical.